जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soul and wealth for toil, our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australian fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australian fair.
As the first program for the evening, I call upon the students of Samskriti Dance School performing the Tamil dance Bharatanatyam, Tamil classical dance Bharatanatyam.
जय मुनि प्रतिभाकर भास्कर प्रभाकर वासरेश्वर जय जय मुनि मुकुंदरि 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 गीता जगदೊಡೆಯ ಕಶ್ಯಪತನಯ ಭೂಲೋಕವೆಲ್ಲನಿಂದದಯ ದಿದಿಪ್ಪು ಗದಿದಿಪ್ಪು ಗಡದಿದಿಪ್ಪು ಗದಿದಿಪ್ಪು ಈ ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ಕಶ್ಯಪತನಯ ಭೂಲೋಕವೆಲ್ಲನಿಂದದಯ ಸರಿತ ಗಣತ ಜುಂತ ದಿವಿತ ಕಿಟತ ಗಣ ಗಣತ ಜುಂ ಜುಂತ ದಿವಿ ದಿವಿತ ರವಿ ಗುಣಾತ್ಮಕರಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಸದಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ರವಿ ಜಗದೇಕ ಜಗಸುತೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಸದಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಗಿಣತ್ತು ರವಿ ಗುಣಾತ್ಮಕರಾಗಿ ರವಿ ಜಗದೇಕ ಜಗಸುತೆ रवि त्रिलोचन रवि बादशाह अजब तेज पुंज तत्सर्वं रवि त्रिगुणात्मकधारी रवि जगदेक चक्षुषे रवि त्रिलोचन रवि बादशाह अजब तेज पुंज तपसन बिंदु सिरिपद पुंजति सुररु मुनिवररु नररु भजपरु बिंदु सिरिपद पुंजति सुररु मुनिवररु नररु भजपरु दी प्रताप सप्ताश्वतमारूढम् प्रचण्डं कश्यपात्मजम् श्वेतपद्मधरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम्
That was indeed a performance which required multiple applauses, and that was to give the significance and celebrating the sun god for giving such a good harvest, and we will get to know more about the significance of Pongal. Next performance is by the Canberra Tamil Sangam, a Bharatanatyam dance by the students. I please request them come onto the stage. Today we have the students of Nathanalaya Fine Arts in Canberra doing the peacock dance.
Kajam, Dim Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Jum Jum Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Kajam Kajam, Kajam
வண்ணமயில் தன்னை மறந்தின்பதடமாட மிக விழுந்தது. கண் அசைவில் கதிரவனும் கனிவுடனே கடலறையில் மறைந்தது. தன்னை விட மண்ணில் நடமாடையவரும் திகழ நினைந்தது. கண்ணவரும் வண்ணமய தன்னழகு பொன்னிறகை சிரித்தது. வண்ணமயில் தன்னை மறந்தின்பதடமாட மிக விழுந்தது. கண் அசைவில் கதிரவனும் கனிவுடனே கடலறையில் மறைந்தது. தன்னை விட மண்ணில் நடமாடையவரும் திகழ நினைந்தது. கண்ணவரும் வண்ணமய தன்னழகு பொன்னிறகை சிரித்தது. கண் அசைவில் கதிரவனும் கனிவுடனே கடலறையில் மறைந்தது. கண்ணவரும் வண்ணமய தன்னழகு பொன்னிறகை சிரித்தது. வானமெங்கும் கருவிரமது பரவிய உருமாறியது. பூமி எங்கும் ஒளிந்திடவே பூமியில் வளம் வீசியது. காலம் பாட பரபரவைகள் மாறமோட கடலலையது
அழகால் உடல் பார்த்து அசைவாய் முகம் சாய்த்து அடிமேல் அடி வைத்து அழகாய் முன்குத்து. அழகால் உடல் பார்த்து அசைவாய் முகம் சாய்த்து அடிமேல் அடி வைத்து அழகாய் முன்குத்து.
சொற்றும் விழி உடந்தகத்தும் தகதயம் தகாழந்தார். வரை உயர்ந்த பூமியில் விடை புகுந்த காற்றின் நாதம்தான். சொற்றும் மழை பொழிந்து பட்டு திரை புரண்டு செட்டும் நெறி உழந்ததற்கும் தகதயம் தகழந்தார். வரை உயர்ந்த பூமியில் விடை புகுந்த காற்றின் நாதம்தான். சொற்றும் மழை பொழிந்து பட்டு திரை புரண்டு
கிளிகள் கொஞ்சி பேசியது, குயில்கள் நெஞ்சு பாடியது, மலர்கள் எங்கும் பாடியது, மரங்கள் இலைகளை கூடியது. துள்ளியது மான்கள், தூவியது வானம், கள்ளமுடன் முயல்கள் கரணங்கள் போல கார்முகிலை கண்டு காண மயிலாட.
அழகியது அகிலமதி மயங்கியது. அழகுகள் அழகியது அகிலமதி மயங்கியது. பரவசம் பெருகியது அவரசம் பொருந்தியது. பரவசமும் பெருகியது அவரசம் பொருந்தியது. சகஜம் சகனும் சகரும் சகனும் சகரி சகலதனு சகினி சகரி சகலதனு சகயன மானம் சகருணல் மானம் சகிலும் சரி நடை.
Thank you, girls. That was quite a refreshing performance by the Canberra Tamil Sangam. Next I call upon Mr. Anagat Babu, the President of Tamil Arts and Cultural Association, to give us the welcome and Pongal address.
Vanakkam. Good evening, everybody. It is a pleasure to come to the Federal Parliament for the 5th time to celebrate the biggest and significant festival, Pongal, here in the Australian Federal Parliament. I need to recollect the days when Dhaka Tamil Arts and Culture Association initiated 6 years before to take this significant Tamil cultural festival to the NSW Parliament. The oldest parliament here in Australia, it celebrated its Pongal festival. It was supported by Dr. Jeff Lee, who is the current minister, who supported us to take to the NSW Parliament. During that Pongal event, the MP, the federal MP, member of Parliament, Ms. Julie Owens, who was the member for Parramatta, she said, "Now I need to see this in the federal Parliament." That what Julie Owens, when he said, "Okay, Pongal, if this is happening here, it should happen in Canberra too." It is the initiative and support which she gave that, which brought this Pongal festival to Canberra Parliament, Federal Parliament in 2017 as first time. This year, we are celebrating the 5th year in this Federal Parliament. Due to pandemic, 2 years we were not able to be here, and back again, and now with Dr. Andrew Jordan, the same member of Parliament from Parramatta, who is giving the same sort of support what we were getting from Ms. Julie Owens. Thank you, Andrew, for your support and your support by all means to bring this festival and continue this tradition. Yes, I need to thank the other organizations, Canberra Tamil Association, and the support from the Elsewhere Association from other parts of the country. Yes, being Canberra, everyone in the weekday, there are so many limitations. But still, there are representatives who have come from Melbourne, Tamil TV, who is from Melbourne. They are here and doing the program live. So the Australia-wide community is watching this program and proud to see this Pongal happening in the Australian Federal Parliament. We need to thank each and everyone for acknowledging this and making this a great and milestone event here in the history. And I need to thank the support which given by the Canberra Tamil Association, because we come in a coach. From Sydney, we take a coach and 15 people come from all the time. And here, Canberra Tamil Association support the same means to make this happen. And in the coming years, as I always say, every year it is a growing and there is a change and it is going to continue the tradition. As we saw that in 2000s, when Diwali was just was a name. It was not that, but when we came to Australia in Diwali, not many people know about it. Today, even the Coles and Woolworths put a special offer for Diwali. That is the Diwali thing. Pongal in 2016, not many multicultural community or MPs know about Pongal. Now, if you say Pongal, all MPs, both federal MPs and state MPs, know what is Pongal. Thanks to the Prime Minister, he was here last time as an opposition leader and inaugurated this wonderful Pongal festival here. I thank him. Now he is the Prime Minister and thank his support for being with us long time. And also, I need to thank the previous former multiculturalism and our own Alexa MP, who is always a support for the community. Whenever we have things, when we go to him, he comes back. We have to acknowledge that a person, even as a highest rank in the minister, he comes and answers in the Facebook. That is a really, really, really big thing which I need to acknowledge, because it is not easy to get a minister in a Facebook and he responds and he allocates the job to your office staff. So I need to mention this, Alex, for the support what you give, because the community always needs some sort of support here and there. By the time we come to you and you do that for us. Thank you very much, Alex, for being the support to the community and for making this Pongal very wider, popular. And we look forward in one day, in the years to come, even the opera house is lit in green to mark the harvest festival, Pongal. The days will not be too far. Yes, our population is bit minimum. Yes, 100,000, we are reaching 100,000, but migrants are coming and coming. One day it might happen with all your support. Thanks for that. And you know, this month of Thai is a harvest. It's even Canada. They are all celebrating this as a heritage month, Tamil Heritage Month. Because this Thai, it starts in January 14 and till 13th of February. This is the first month of Tamil calendar Thai they call, and this is celebrated as a Tamil Heritage Month in Canada and some other places. And these kind of traditions, we think that it will be followed in Australia in the years to come. And with all your support, thanks for making this happen again and again. Yes, every year it is growing, and this support, this colorfulness comes only with the cultural performances. Whatever the speeches we give, whatever we speak, whatever we do, but the cultural performance makes a colorful event. Thanks to the cultural performers who come forward whenever we call them, without hesitation, the support what we get from the cultural groups are really, really plausible. And I thank in this opportunity to take that. And also I need to mention that this Pongal event is really, really getting popular with all your support in the years to come. Yes, from even birth, people wants to be there, but because of the time constraint and the distance, yes, this is happening. And I would like your support in the coming years to make this happen. I thank all my team members and all the attendees here who are here to make this function success. With this small introduction and thing, I finish my word. Thank you very much for your joining. And I need to acknowledge the Deputy High Commissioner of India who is here to support us. Thank you, sir, for your thing. And also we have the chair from the Settlement Council of Australia, the CEO of Ms. Sandra Wright, who is there. Please, thank you for supporting us, and she is supporting and representing she also like CMRC, Community Migrant Resource Center. As Melissa Mantiro, who is our regular supporter. She is not able to make, and she introduced us, and thank you for being with us and supporting this Pongal event. Similarly, we have number of MPs. We need to acknowledge the Mr. Julian Reeser, who is the chair of the Parliament Friends of India last time. This time, now Dr. Andrew Charlton has taken over that. Yes, thank you for all your support to organize this event here in this Parliament. And I have acknowledgement from various other MPs and ministers, Honorable Vishal Roland, who is a regular constant supporter of the Tamil community and our organization. She is going to be here, as you know, sitting there, and depending upon their availability, they will be here for some time. And I need to acknowledge the presence of Sally Sito MP, our own member for Reid, who was here. Thank you, Sally, for being here and supporting us. She is our own member from Reid. And Honorable Michael Zucker is going to be here. He has accepted the invitation and he will be there anytime. Thank you for all your support once again. And now I request the Honorable Minister to come and his give address.
Thank you very much, Anagam, and I begin my remarks by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we gathered and paying my respect to elders past, present and emerging. I feel that I could take up my entire speech with acknowledgements, so forgive me, I will try and be brief. But to Anagam, to Jaya, to Ravi, to Kanan, and all involved in the organisations that have brought this event together, thank you. To Mr. Mehta, the Deputy High Commissioner, it's a pleasure to be with you and thank you for coming today. To Sandra Wright, who I can't see but I know is here, they're shyly hiding up the back. Sandra, it's always a pleasure to see you. Can I acknowledge Andrew and Julian and the role that they play in bringing together currently and leading previously the Parliamentary Friends of India, an incredibly important group and possibly one of the most popular parliamentary friendships groups with, I'm sure, a big agenda ahead. I'm pleased to share in this event with Alex Hawke, who's representing the opposition. We've spent many events in our various capacities together, but it's pleasing to share this one with you. I know your sincere commitment both to multiculturalism and indeed to the Tamil community. And Sally Situ I was here with earlier, and I'm grateful to her particularly because I had a very big Pongal day a couple of Saturdays ago, which began in my own electorate in Thomastown, and she took me to home. A wonderful blessing and then a really joyous celebration. And I guess the remarks I want to make are really these. Of course, to say happy Pongal to everyone. To say how important it is that we are celebrating this event in the Parliament, because I think our Parliament needs to be a place where we share culture. It should be a place that belongs to every member of our community. And indeed, my broader vision, our government's broader vision for multiculturalism in our country is that we construct a place where everyone belongs everywhere, where everyone is respected and everyone is proud of who they are. That's the Australia that I'd like to be part of. And I think today we make another significant multi-partisan step towards that vision. We've seen such beautiful dance and a particular round of applause for the students who did a wonderful in-camping job. And we come together to celebrate the harvest, to reflect on the year that's passed and to look forward, I think, with a sense of great optimism for the year that's ahead, notwithstanding the occasional challenges that come to those of us who work in this building. But I feel today this building is serving its broader purpose, to be a place where laws are made and debated, where robust debate takes place in its chambers, but to be a place where every Australian can come together. And today we share culture. We see the extraordinary Tamil culture, and one of the things that I often apologise for as someone who represents a large Tamil community is that it is one of the many beautiful languages in our country of which I cannot speak a word. So perhaps this time next year, for the 6th celebration, I may make some remarks in Tamil. But really, I want to thank everyone involved in bringing this celebration here, in sharing culture so generously, in showing us how this place can be as a place where all Australians come together in celebrating exactly what we are, a diverse, vibrant, multicultural society in which everyone is proud of who they are. Thank you so much. And again, happy Pongal, everyone.
Thank you, Minister. Next, I call upon Mr. Alex Hawke, MP, member of Mitchell, to address the gathering.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. I join with the government in acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, and the Parliament, of course. Wonderful to be here. To my friend and colleague, Andrew Giles, who's doing a great job as Minister for Immigration and Multicultural Affairs. He He had a long apprenticeship. He watched everything I did at all the multicultural events. But we had a shared commitment, I think, to the wonderful culture that we've seen all around the country and so many different communities and groups. And it's great to be here with him again today at this important festival. And again, to Taka and all of you who put this on for 5 years and now again to restart it after the pandemic, thank you for doing this. I think you are right. And again, I think not many people know a lot about Tamil culture in Australia, and it's still a very small and emerging community in Australia, but it's made a big mark. I know in Western Sydney, where I grew up, and I grew up in Andrews Electorate there in North Parramatta, and I went to North Parramatta Public School. There wouldn't have been many kids of Indian descent or Tamil descent. And now, of course, we have a great, vibrant, thriving community. Parramatta, Wentworth, Hilton, Gabby, Blacktown, the heart of Sydney, and the Tamil community is integrated so well into Australia with such great values. We saw that on display right here and now. And I just want to say to the girls in particular, that was absolutely first-rate, girls, and beautiful. I know how hard you work. Thank you so much for that performance, and your families will be very, very proud of you. It was absolutely stunning, so thank you. I was saying to Dr. Joe Singham as well from Canberra, who's obviously here from the local Tamil community representing you. It's a sign, and the events that Andrew and I went to, we do focus a lot on learning about. It's such a privilege to be able to go to them as a multicultural minister and learn so much about so many different cultures. I was able to, I think, correctly I can identify. I've seen many of the costumes before. The dances start to resonate. You know what you don't know, but you start to learn South Indian. You get the feeling and understanding, and that's what culture is all about. That's what arts is all about, and that's why your association is so about promoting that understanding, those shared values, and the shared values that we have as humans, as Australians. And individuals together, and I think Pongal represents that. That obviously love of nature. It's common to many cultures, but it's a shared value that we all have, and it's really welcome in Australia. So thanks for the opportunity to be here today. I acknowledge, of course, all my colleagues and the Deputy High Commissioner, of course, and Julian Leese, our Shadow Attorney General, does a great job on the Parliamentary Friends of India. I know with Andrew that arrangement. It's very nice of you to swap over the jobs. Good luck with that. But it's a bit like Andrew and I, isn't it, swapping our jobs? That's politics in Parliament for you. But we've got a shared commitment to this great multicultural experiment that is Australia. And I will look every single Australian here in the eye and say, Australia integrates more people more successfully from more parts of the world than I think any other country. And that's on you as a great community. It's on us as a government and a Parliament. And I thank you for your commitment to those shared Australian values.
We missed to honor the Honourable Minister. I request Dr. Jaya Sringam to honor Mr. Alex Hall.
Thank you so much. Next, we have the students of Kamban Karagam, Australia, coming to tell us the significance of the Pongal festival. as you need to use the bench. There's no, or you can just go ahead. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we meet on, the Ngunnawal and Ngambri peoples. I would like to pay my respects. We would like to pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Hi, I'm Amirdan. This is Dishana and Ahlavan from the youth wing of Kambankalam, Australia, and we are here to talk about Pongal. So, Dishana, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, of course. So, in a nutshell, Pongal is a 4-day celebration of our Tamil harvest festival. It begins with the Bogi celebration, which marks the end of winter. So, we consider it a preparatory feast to purify ourselves and our surroundings for a fresh start.
That's why on this day, our parents often say, "Palayina Kalikalai, Udiyana Pugadalai," which means the old goes away and new comes in.
Exactly. Then on Thai Pongal, we worship the sun and Mother Nature for their tremendous support towards farming and harvest. We do that by making Pongal, a popular rice dish. Followed by that is Matu Pongal, which is dedicated to cattle for their assistance in plowing the land and supply of milk. Then,
Wait, let me say, Karnam Pongal. It marks the end of the Pongal celebration, and it's my favorite day because it's an occasion for family reunions and get-togethers. I like how it strengthens unity in the family and the community.
I was just thinking that you guys know a lot about Pongal. Why can't we have a mini competition about Pongal to make it even more interesting?
Competition?
what kind of competition?
What about the fun facts about Pongal? We can uncover some interesting facts, right?
Yeah, sounds cool. I'm in.
If that's the case, let me start. We all know that we are under the influence of both positive and negative energies. Yet, how much ever positive energy we receive, it's only put into use when we eliminate all negativity. That's what Bogi is all about, eliminating our negativity so we can absorb positivity throughout the new year.
That's amazing, Olivia. But then I believe that many people have misunderstood this concept. Like back in our homeland, people used to burn old household items, clothes, and even plastics. I'm not sure it will reverse negativity, but it's certainly contributing to the greenhouse effect. What do you think, Olivia?
I certainly agree, Ahlan. But I believe nowadays, with more social awareness, people are moving away from these practices and are starting to be more eco-friendly. That's something we should all appreciate.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Now, let me say that. Many assume that Pongal is a modern-day festival, but it's actually not. In fact, Pongal began over 2,000 years ago during the Chola dynasty in southern India. I'm claiming this based on a series of inscriptions from the Tiruvallur Veeraragava Swami temple in Tamil Nadu. At the time, Pongal had the name Putiyittu.
And Putiyelu means like a new start. Now, thanks for reminding me about Cholas. Cholas are a Tamil kings. Their ruling period was considered as a golden era for the Tamil. That's because of the extensive achievement in architecture, literature, agriculture, prosperous living conditions, and even the advanced level of world trade. You know something? Cholas gave huge importance to agriculture and the irrigation system. And that's why there is a proverb, Solanadu, Solulated. It means that Chola regions are known for their immense rice production in the southern part of India. That's why Tanjavur district in Tamil Nadu, India, which was once the capital of Cholas, is still now known to be the rice.
The rice bowl of India, that's certainly amazing. Now, it wasn't just the Tamil kings, it was also the poets from the Sangam period that have mentioned Pongal. In Silapadiharam, an epic literature written by poet Ilangodikal, it states, Pulukkalum nolayum vilukudai madayum poovum puhayum pongalum chorindu. It means that during this Sangam period, Pongal was celebrated as Indra Vila to honor the Hindu god Indra, the god of rain and thunder. This was done by serving Pongal alongside flowers, sugarcane, and honey.
Wow, that's amazing, Amritan. But I also know a Hindu mythological story about Pongal. Lord Shiva, god of destruction, once sent his bull Vasava to earth with a message for the mortals, asking them to have an oil bath daily and to eat once a month. However, Vasava mistakenly announced that Lord Shiva asked them to eat daily and have an oil bath once a month. So Lord Shiva banished Vasava to the earth forever, cursing that he would have to plow the field to help people produce more food.
Poor Basava. So that's why we celebrate Matu Pongal. Guys, this reminds me of indigenous Dreamtime stories. The rainbow serpent and emu and the Jibiru are stories which outline the connection between the indigenous Australians and the land.
Amrita, what if I say both indigenous Australians and Tamil people had a strong connection with the land they lived in? Like the value of the land shaped indigenous Australians very complex farming practices. Like them, Tamil people too followed a very systematic farming method, like ploughing, beating, manuring, irrigation systems, and so on.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why the book Biggest Estate on Earth by Bill Gammage claims that far from being hunters and gatherers, the indigenous Australians managed the biggest farming estate in the world. They burnt off land patches, knowing the sensitivities of different plant species, and that timing was crucial. When fire would go through clearings, sweet and fresh grass would grow in its place.
Not just that, Dishana, just like our Tamil people, indigenous Australians were skilled at manipulating the native Australian flora as medicine. For example, they would infuse eucalyptus leaves to cure body pains and fevers, desert mushroom to cure sore lips and mouth, and even emu bush as antibiotics to wash sores and cuts.
Wow, that reminds me of our Tamil medical plants like Agatti, Tulasi, Karisalangani, and so on, which were found back in our homeland. Now I understand that no matter who we are and where we live, we inevitably have a strong connection with the land we live in.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. Now, I know a fact about Pongal that you guys and you might not know. It is predicted that Pongal and other harvest festivals celebrated by different ethnic groups around the world might become joyless celebrations.
What? Why is that so?
What else? The biggest threat to our planet, climate change. The catastrophic effects of climate change are blatant when we look at the extreme weather patterns in Australia. We experienced severe drought from 2017 to 2019, followed by devastating bushfires from 2019 to 2020. And now we are experiencing uncontrollable flooding due to the La Nina weather cycle.
I guess it's certainly true that Aussie farmers are world leaders in managing this weather volatility, either having to manage too much or too little rain. The Australian Bureau of Agriculture and Resource Economics and Sciences outlines the widespread damage on winter cereal crops due to the floods.
Now, not just that, Amrita. Due to the flood, the grain quality have dropped significantly, but also the planting schedules for future harvests are also delayed. Now, not just that, farm activities have been hindered for months because of the waterlogged soils, causing the loss of topsoils and nutrients. That means the yield and profit of those farms have also been affected, right?
Yes, Ahalavan, due to this unpredictable climate change, agricultural profits have fallen 23% in 20 years, and it is predicted that farm profits will fall 13% by 2050. And as Australia progresses towards a 2-degree rise in climate, it is becoming much more challenging to maintain crop yield.
As well as this, unpredictable changes in rainfall and temperature mean reduced pasture production for livestock. Australia's agricultural industry is crucial to feeding us. More than 90% of the food that we eat is produced domestically, so we need to consider the ongoing impacts of climate change on Australia's agricultural industry.
That's right, Amrita. Not just that. Because of the flood, there is so many other impacts as well. Like production has been decreased, the availability of supply and logistics decreased in production, and so on. We should take actions against it to protect us from the climate change. And because of that, food prices have risen 20% since last year, and it's expected to rise if we don't take any actions against climate change.
Agriculture, forestry, and fishery industries also employ almost 3% of Australia's workforce. However, if farms close, so will other regional businesses, leading to more stranded assets.
Now, that reminds me of Thiruvalluvar. He says, "Sulandrum pinnadu ulagam, adanal ulandum ulave thalai." It means that even if people follow many different career pathways, as the Earth performs its orbit, the job of farming will always be the backbone on which the Earth spins and will continue to be on top of the hierarchy despite the number of hardships.
I guess this climate crisis is set to prevent many people from celebrating Pongal in the future. And that means my great grandkids might never even be able to taste Pongal ever in their life.
But I want to make sure that generations to come are still celebrating this centuries-old festival. So, what could we do to make sure this happens?
Well, the best way for us to tackle climate change is to start right at our home. Even if we do small things like turning the lights and taps off when they're not being used or trying recycling, we can still make a difference. And if you want to go bigger, you can switch to electric cars, solar panels, and so on. These combined efforts we are making can sure make a difference.
And when it comes to helping our farmers, by giving our support, we'll be able to help them invest in technologies and resources that can make their farms greener. But the best way to help our Aussie farmers is to spread awareness.
Yes, Arundham. By educating our friends and families about the current struggles of farmers, we could definitely help to get more people to understand their plight and therefore take action. Like Thiruvalluvar, our Tamil poet, said, Katka Pasadera, Katkave Katchapin, Nitka Adakka Daha.
Wow, another Tirukkural. I think this time we should all try and say it together. So, ready? Katka,
Katka,
Kasadara,
Kasadara,
Katpavai,
Katpavai,
Katchapin,
Katchapin,
Nitka,
Nitka,
Adakkittaha.
Adakka Daha. I'll say the meaning then. It means learn important things and then practice what you've learned. Meaning that it's important to first educate ourselves and others about the struggles of farmers, but we should then take the initiative and help our farmers so that they can overcome those struggles.
And a great way to do that would be to recognize the National Farmers' Day, which is held on the third Friday of every November. This is the day we can talk about at home and at school about farmers and their current situation. And if we all do our part, the combined efforts can make a big difference.
You know what, guys? This reminds me of Kanam Pongal and how everyone comes together to celebrate as a community. And likewise, if we join hands as a community, we'll be able to help our farmers,
Our planet.
And each other.
Nandri,
Nandri,
Vanakkam.
I just want to acknowledge Sound Mani, who is here from India, who is a folk artist. He is going to play a very old form of folk instruments. He is here and visiting Australia, and thanks Sound Mani for being here with us today. And he will be playing a very old form of Tamil arts here after these speeches. Thank you, Sound Mani, for coming.
All right. Thank you so much, the students of Kamal Karnataka, Australia. That was really a great explanation, and I mean lots of new information you learned every day. Next, we have the Bollyfit Dance Studio, a folk dance choreographed by Dr. Yashoda Bharati.
இவள் தண்ணீர் என்றொரு ஆடை கட்டிடும் தெய்வ மங்கையடி.
தையம் தீயம் தட்டு தீயம் தட்டு
ஹே தையம் தீயம் தட்டு தீயம் தட்டு
தையம் தீயம் தட்டு தீயம் தட்டு
ஹே தையம் தீயம் தட்டு தீயம் தட்டு தையம் பொங்கலும் பொங்கலும் பாலும் பொங்கலும் பாட்டு சொல்லுடியோ வண்ண மங்கையராயிரம் மகா நதியில் போட்டு சொல்லுடியோ. மண்ணில் உள்ளது பாதி இல்லையடி, நம்ம இன்பம் என்பது கண்ணில் உள்ளது கனவில் இல்லையடி. தை பொங்கலும் வந்தது பாலும் பொங்கது பாட்டு சொல்லடியோ வண்ண மங்கையராடிடும் மகாநதியில் போட்டு சொல்லடியோ. இந்த பொன்னி என்பவள் தென்னாட்டவர்க்கு அன்பின் நங்கையடி, இவள் தண்ணீர் என்றொரு ஆடை கட்டிடும் தெய்வ மங்கையடி.
சத்தம் கெட்டதுமே நெற்பூத்து நிற்கும், சத்தம் கெட்டதுமே கற்பூத்து நிற்கும், சத்தம் கெட்டதுமே கற்பூத்து நிற்கும், உள்ளத்தின் கேட்டு தூர கற்பூத்து நிற்கும்.
கன்னிப்பெண்கள் பாடலுமே பொட்டல் கடந்து புழுதி கடந்து தரிச கடந்து கரிச கடந்து வழங்கிலே மறந்ததில்லை. பொழுதுக்குள்ள கத்த போல சென்ற சகதி நெஞ்சிலடி சுழற்சி ஒட்டீரடி அழகினில்
Thank you so much, the students of Bollyfit Dance Studio. Next, I request Dr. Andrew Charlton, MP Chair, Parliamentary Friends of India, and the event host to please give us an address.
Well, thank you very much, and what a joy to be with you all to celebrate Pongal. I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. I also acknowledge all of my parliamentary colleagues here today, Julian, who has done a fantastic job with the Indian community, and as I take over as chair of the Parliamentary Friends of India, Julian, much of the success of that group is down to the hard work that you've done. So thank you, and I want to acknowledge all of that work. Alex Hawke as well, the former Minister for Multiculturalism, my neighbour in the seat of Parramatta, and someone who has worked very, very hard for multicultural communities in his capacity, and apparently still working very, very hard on his Facebook account, responding to messages, which is good to know how to contact him. And most importantly, the Minister for Immigration, Andrew Giles, who I think you will all agree is just a tireless and passionate leader in the Australian government and has brought so much to multiculturalism across Australia in so many different areas and made a big difference to our migration system and multiculturalism more broadly. I want to acknowledge Anagan and all the work that you do with the Tamil Arts and Culture Association, not only organising tonight, but right throughout the year. It is really a joy to be part of all of the TACA events that I've been to. It was spectacular to be part of the 10-year anniversary of TACA earlier in the year, which was a real, last year, which was a real milestone for the organisation. And you should look back on that 10 years with great pride. And again, it is an extraordinary achievement, what you have built in TACA. I want to thank all the young people who have inspired us tonight with your dancing, with the music, and in particular to Amritan, Dashana, and Alavan for your messages, which I think just taught us all in a lesson that we need to remember in Parliament, which is that there is so much wisdom in youth. And to hear you talk about the traditions of Pongal, to reflect on its ancient origins and its commonality between the ancient cultures of Australia and the ancient cultures of India was such a strong message. And you are right. You are right that events like Pongal, one of the things that we should be drawing out of events like this is the fact that our ancestors all around the world have cared for the country that they lived on, and we are the custodians of that country, and it's our responsibility to carry on that responsible custodianship. So thank you for bringing us those messages. I think you explained the concept of bogey, which is eliminating negativity. We need that every day in Parliament House. So you are welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome back any time. Look, I just want to thank you all for being here, for bringing Pongal to Parliament. It's fantastic to have Pongal back after a 2-year absence. It is, as Anagan said, a festival that is has so many terrific themes that speak not just to the ancient traditions, but also to our lives today, about gratitude and celebration and family and community. And those are themes which are never more important than they are today. And it's wonderful to have you here celebrating with us in Parliament. And I wish you all a very happy Pongal. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dr. Andrew. To honor Dr. Andrew, I request our Secretary Karnan Chidambara Bharati, Secretary of Tamil Nadu Cultural Association, to
Thank you very much, Dr. Charlton. Next, I request Mr. Julian Leeser, the member of Berora, to address the gathering.
Well, thank you so much. Let me begin also by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Let me acknowledge all my parliamentary colleagues, Alex, Andrew and Andrew. Congratulations on the work, Andrew, that you're doing in the ministry. Alex, thank you for being a fantastic Multicultural Affairs Minister and Migration Minister. And Andrew Charlton, it's wonderful to have you succeed me in doing such a great job as the chair of the Parliamentary Friends. There is a very important thing that you don't have yet, which I got last year, or may have been the year before from Anagam, which is the beautiful, I'm going to say it wrong, the Doshti, which is the Beshti, sorry, which is the lower half covering that the gentlemen are wearing here. It looks particularly good when you're doing messages to which people happy Pongal and so on. So now let me try something here. Inatu Pea Julian Lisa, Nan Barala Nadalu Manar Urupina, Anapavanakam Santosamana Taipongal. I'm so sorry for butchering the beautiful Tamil language there, but I wanted to do my best to say thank you very much for having me here and happy Thai Pongal. I think that we have been treated to a wonderful demonstration tonight of what is so special about the Tamil community and what is special about the Indian community more broadly. I'm amazed to hear you say 100,000 Tamils in Australia, when I think the Indian community in Australia is 700,000 strong. So we're 900 now. So almost 1 in 7, 8 or 9 Indian Australians are of Tamil origin, or from which is amazing, and also from Sri Lanka and other places too. I think Pongal is such an important festival because it reminds us of some of the commonalities that we have between India and Australia. My wife and I honeymooned, not in South India, but in the north. And we went to the famous Lake Palace at Udaipur. Except the Lake Palace at Udaipur, the year we went, was in drought. And so you had all these four-wheel drives driving along what would normally be the lake, and one of those beautiful sights in India. And I think by contrast, Lake George, here, which you would have all driven past in the coach on the way to Canberra from Sydney, those of you who came from Sydney. For so long during the time that I've been coming to Canberra, it's been a field like the field that was usually the lake at Udaipur. But of recent times, Lake George is full, and it's a reminder of the importance of the elements for all of us, whether we are in agriculture or whether we're living in the cities. And occasions like Pongal remind us of the importance of agriculture and the festivals in our lives. They're also a reminder of the commonalities between not just our communities, but also the countries. What has been remarkable over the last few years is the growth in the Australia-India relationship, whether it's the comprehensive strategic partnership, whether it is the trade agreement that was negotiated early last year. This is a relationship that is so important to both our countries, whether it is the Quad. The closeness of our countries is important, the closeness of our communities is important. It's a great honour to be involved in supporting the Tamil community, a great honour in supporting both the Indian and Sri Lankan communities in my own electorate, and it's wonderful to be here again, celebrating with you live in person rather than on a screen this wonderful festival Pongal. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Julian. And I request Mr. Ravi Krishnamurthy, who is the president of the Australian Tamil Cultural Society based in Canberra, to come and honor. When
Thank you, sir. Next, I call upon Mr. Suneet Mehta, the Deputy High Commissioner of India, to also address the gathering.
Thank you. Honorable Andrew Giles, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs. Honorable Alex Hawke, MP, they both were here with us. We benefited from their remarks. Honorable Andrew Charlton, MP and Chair of Parliamentary Friends of India Group. Honorable Julian Weezer, MP and Vice Chair of Parliamentary Friends of India Group. Honorable other members of Parliament, President of Tamil Arts and Cultural Association, Anagam Babu. Ladies and gentlemen, namaste, very good evening, and vanakkam. Wish you a very, very happy Pongal. It's a real pleasure and delight to participate today at this auspicious occasion of Pongal, one of the most vibrant and important festivals celebrated by the Tamil community, and today being celebrated by Tamil Arts and Cultural Association in partnership with Parliamentary Friends of India. I congratulate Tata's President, Anagan Babu, executive members and volunteers for putting together such a wonderful organization of the festival. And I think so, the young boys and girls need another round of applause for the wonderful cultural performances and for explaining to us the one significance of the festival of Pongal and encouraging us to adopt environmental friendly practices in our daily lives. I wish them all the success in their endeavors. I'm happy that Dhaka is celebrating the festival while India celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which is 75 years of Indian independence, and is now entering another 25 years on the path to becoming a developed country, which we call as the Amrit Kal. India and Australia enjoy such a natural partnership. We call it dosti, while you call it mateship. In recent years, our countries have forged comprehensive strategic partnership that enjoys stout bipartisan support in both countries, as was evident here. This is founded on basic values that our vibrant and multicultural societies share, our expanding people-to-people ties, be it political and strategic, defense and security, trade and investment, education and research, agriculture and water, critical minerals and mines, space sciences and mobility, you name it, we have deep cooperation in all these areas. The entry into force of the India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, India's ECTA, or the Unity Agreement, which our Prime Minister says, is indeed a watershed moment for our bilateral relation, which offers a plethora of opportunities for trade in goods and services and facilitates enhanced mobility of students, professionals, and people and tourists, strengthening of people-to-people bonds. Over 780,000 Indian diaspora in Australia are a living bridge between both countries, whose contributions are acknowledged by leadership of both the countries. Each one of you symbolized that living bridge. Celebration of the joyous festival of Pongal by the vibrant community, Indian community at iconic federal parliament strengthens the multicultural fabric of Australia. On that note, I wish you again all the success in the endeavors. Congratulate Dhaka for organizing this wonderful festival of Pongal, and may you all enjoy the celebrities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I request our committee member, Mr. Rajashekar Gandhi, to honor the Deputy High Commissioner.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, we have a Silambatam, one of the folk dances of South India and specifically from Tamil Nadu, that is being performed by the Canberra Tamil Sangam students again. Silambatam by Canberra Tamil Sangam.
and greetings to everyone present here. Firstly, a very happy Pongal to each and every one of you. My name is Aishwarya. This is my brother Arun. And today we are very much honored to be present amongst you and perform Sulamba, which is the traditional martial art of Tamil Nadu, which is being recently recognized as one of the national sports of India. Performing and practicing this art is a lot of benefits. First, being the fact that it prevents all lifestyle-related diseases and keeps us healthy. It's also a great way to. And lastly, it's another amazing way to pass on our heritage and traditions to the next generation so that they'll also be able to implement it in their lives. So without further ado, we would like to perform this song. Without the support and teaching of my teacher, Miss Priya Gopinath. A very grateful thank you to her.
We have Honorable Michelle Rowland, our all-time supporter is here. Welcome and thanks for your coming over in a busy schedule. Thank you, Minister, and please enjoy the summer.
That was an excellent performance by the kids. I mean, it's really hard to actually find Silambatam even if we go back to our country nowadays. So thank you for bringing that over to this international stage. Next performance is another art called Parai Atam, which is to be performed by the Aussie Tamil folks.
Thank you. Honorable Michelle Rowland, Minister for Communications is here, and she's in the spot of rush. Thank you for staying, and please come and accept our honor. And if you have the time permits, please give a quick.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister for Communications, for giving your presence here. And thank you, Aussie Tamil folks, for that absolutely brilliant performance. Next, we're going to be looking our visiting folk artist, Mr. Sound Money, coming in all the way from India to do this for us and give the stage a great celebration of Thai Pongal. Sound Money and his team giving us the performance.
As I said earlier, Sound Money can play 120 forms of Tamil art. That is a real treasure. The thing is, there are numerous Tamil folk art form which is not being in practice now. These kind of things he is reviving and bringing life to such art. Thank you, Sound Money, for being here at the Australian Federal Parliament to give the Tamil folk art. Thank you, Sound Money.
Okay, super. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். I'm happy to perform here and I report about the land as well. So now I play for I. You want to repeat by your claps, okay? Okay, you understand? Yes. What I do, you want to do by your claps, okay? Let's do like this. Okay, your left hand front, right hand up. Okay, all. Super. If I say one, you want to do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No, not kids. You 80s, 60s, 70s also. Okay. Okay. Super. You can go. Okay. Do like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 8. like some Carnatic beats. Takati, mi 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 takati, mi. In this beat, we can give pressure. It's slow. Okay, towel, right? Towel like that. Thank you. Like we can say last 1 minute, all do like this. So our steps, Tamil Nadu steps is too complicated because we want to do like this. But this step is simply easy. This is in Punjabi style, like up down, simple. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
Really amazing performance, everybody. Thanks for bringing the 7 4 state to us to Parliament. Now I request Dr. Andrew Thomas to honor somebody who is all the way from India to give this performance. We are really very short of time, so there are other 3 quick performances which we are going to rush. Sanskriti School of Dance to come and give their second performance, and 2 more performances to go, and then vote of thanks. Thanks for your patience, and we understand we are running out of time. The enthusiastic performance is making time delayed, as always. Thank you. கண்ணன் வருகின்ற நேரம் கரை தென்றல் வந்து குளித்தது கண்ணன் வருகின்ற நேரம் கரைவோரம் தென்றல் வந்து குளித்தது காணத்திடைமோன குயிலோசை கிடையான தரமான குழந்தையேடும் போன ஆவியெல்லாம் கூடவே கண்ணன் வருகின்ற நேரம் கரையோரம் தென்றல் வந்து கொள்வது காணத்திடைமோன குயிலோசை கிடையான தரமான குழந்தை கேளும் போன ஆவியெல்லாம் கூட மீளும் சல்ல சலல நிற்றோடும் நதி பாடும் வனம் தங்கி தங்கி சுழன்றாடும் நல்ல துதிவாடிடும் அடியாரவர் மனமானது இது போல துள்ளி துள்ளி குதித்தோடும் பூகள் சொல்லி சொல்லி பாடும் கண்ணன் நகை போலும் முல்லை இடையில்லை என்று கண்டதும் பண்டொன்றும் வல்லை இது கனவோ கனவோ என கருதானிரு மனமே ஒரு காலமும் பொய்யொன்றும் சொல்லே எங்கள் கண்ணனன்றி வேறு இல்லை. தாழை மடல் நீத்து நோக்கும் முல்லை பார்க்கும் என்ன சௌக்கியமா என்று கேட்கும் அடவொளி பேசிட இதுவோ பொழுதெனவோ அது வருமானவர் முத்து மூடியில் சேவோ அங்கே மெத்த மெத்த பேசினேவோ அங்கே மெத்த மெத்த பேசினேவோ. கண்ணன் வருகின்ற நேரம் The last performance of the day from Bollywood.
The last performance for the day is from Bollywood Studio, again choreographed by Dr. Yashoda Bharati.
நடிகரம் எல்லாம் காஞ்சிச்சோ அது சொகாலெல்லாம் முழுசாட்டா முடிஞ்சிச்சோ இப்படி ஆடாம வேற பிடி கொண்டாட கப்பலம் கொண்டாம இப்படி கொண்டாட யாரும் தீரும் வெவ்வேற இல்லடா நீயும் நானும் ஒரு தாய் கொள்ளடா பிள்ளைகள் எல்லாரும் ஒன்றுடா எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுக்கும் மண்ணடா ஒரு கண்டோரா போய் சொல்லிட போறா போராடி விடுதல நம்ம கையில வந்துச்சுடா அதிரடி காது
Thank you so much, Bollywood Dance Studio. You had a pretty elaborate schedule today with the performance. Thank you so much. Finally, for the vote of thanks, I request Dr. Jayasingam, the president of Canberra Tamil Association, to please come and give us all the vote of thanks.
We have a group photo session after this. Please stay there. Okay. Once he finishes the vote of thanks, formal vote of thanks, please all come together for a group photo.
Vanakkam. Good evening, everyone. I know you wouldn't mind staying back a little longer, but every good thing has to come to an end, and that's where we are now. And it is my pleasure to reflect on what we have enjoyed in the past hour and a half or so. It's been a fantastic evening, fantastic event of the evening. First and foremost, let me thank Mr. Anagan Babu, the president of the Tamil Arts and Cultural Association, on behalf of all of you who are in this theatre, and maybe many more that may have been unable to attend this. They have missed what a fantastic evening. And once again, Anagan Babu, to you and your team and your organization, on behalf of all of us, a very great thank you. Now, we also would like to thank, on behalf of all of you, all the parliamentarians, the very respectable, honorable ministers, and the members of parliament. We have had 8 of them with us today. This is the second day of the very first sitting week in the new year. So it's been one of the very busy or busiest periods in the year. And we are humbled and honored to have them here with us for this function. And I'm sure that you all join me in thanking them as well. And our special guests, Sandra Wright, CEO of Settlement Council of Australia, was with us today. And we thank Sandra Wright as well on behalf of all of you. We are very grateful to you, Deputy High Commissioner of India, Mr. Sunit Mehta, and we are very grateful to your address and for being with us. Thank you for you as well. And I'm sure you all will agree that we all had a great time and very entertaining evening, and we have witnessed some first-class culture and showcased by great performers, not just from Canberra, not just in the state, but from overseas and from India. So it's a taste of the richness of 5,000-year richness of Tamil culture. And we have been lucky enough to witness that in this very unique place, the National Parliament of this great country in Canberra. And we would like to extend our great thanks to all the performers, their parents and guardians, their teachers, their coaches, and their mentors and the performance directors. Thank you all very much for staging such a great performance in this fantastic evening. Thank you. And we also want to thank the media today, SBS Tamil, Tamil TV, and Desi Australia, particularly Harmogan Walia, taking photos here. And I'm sure that they are going to go live soon, and I'm sure they're going to live it forever. It's quite an important event, and thank you for your contribution to this evening as well. And finally, last but not least, thank you all for coming along and enjoying with all of us all these performances and marking this 5th Pongal at Parliament House. Once again, thank you all, but before you go, it is Canberra. As you all know, that Canberra is a capital for the National Multicultural Festival, and we are celebrating the 25th National Multicultural Festival in this great city just in a week's time. So Sydney-siders, you're only 3 hours away. So why don't you make another trip on the 18th, Saturday the 18th, where you can enjoy what the real national multiculturalism is. I'm proud to say that the Canberra Tamil Association has always been a part of it, and to mark the 40th anniversary this year, we are having a stall there as well. So once again, I hope you all enjoyed, and once again, thanks very much for the Tata team and for all the performers, and I hope you all had a great time enjoying. And as Anagan Babu asked, please, if you could gather at the front for the group photo, we would really appreciate, and these memories will last forever. Thank you and good evening. Nandri, vanakkam.
Thank you, Dr. Jaya, for all your support from our side. Thank you, and I appreciate everyone coming here. As Dr. Jaya said, these memories will be there forever. So come for the photo, and I need to again thank the Fast Tamil TV for making it live. The whole program is gone live and attracting lot number of viewers. And please share from your side once you go home, so that more people will be watching that. Thank you. Thanks, Santosh, for doing a wonderful MC. Thank you.
Okay, first on this camera, then mine camera.
So many cameras.
Okay. Okay, now this camera, please.
It's fine.
Okay, we can say idli, okay? 1, 2, 3 for idli. Okay, thank you.
Thanks to everyone. கேன்பரால இருந்து வந்தவங்கள் பொங்கல் ஃபெஸ்டிவலுக்கு வந்துட்டு பொங்கல் சாப்பிடாம போக முடியாது. பொங்கல் உள்ள கொண்டு வர முடியாது, பார்க்கிங்ல இருக்கு. செரேஸ் கோட்ஸுக்கு வந்தால் கேன்பரால இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் பொங்கல் சாப்பிட்டு போகலாம். கேன்பரால இருந்து வந்தவங்க ஸ்வீட் பொங்கல் இருக்கு, பார்க்கிங்ல சிரில் கோச், அந்த கோச்ல பொங்கல் இருக்கு, பொங்கல் வாங்கி சாப்பிட்டு போங்க. தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you.